making the time for this very special occasion, very important to our hearts here at Gladiators. My name is Charles Hanson Kwao. I'm going to be the MC for the day. I'll also have a short session where I'll speak. Osagyefo Criterium is a big, important event for us as Gladiators. This is our second edition that's running. To get us started in terms of the actual event for today, I'm going to invite Mr. Kojo Graham, who's our founder and our chief gladiator. So Mr. Graham, please, the floor over to you.
Thank you very much, Charles, and let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you who are here today. My fellow gladiators, we thank you for taking time to be here today to support us in the second annual launch of the Osagyefo Criterium. Now, the Gladiator Cycling Club is the primary promoter of today's event. Now, who are we, the Gladiator Cycling Club? The Gladiator Cycling Club is a private recreational cycling club based in Accra, and our primary essence is to promote cycling as a way of life. It's a recreational activity, but as a way of life to keep fit. We also see it as a medium for social integration, because when it comes to cycling and you take the gladiators as a model, we have gladiators from all walks of life. You have lawyers, you have engineers, you have doctors, you have mechanics, you have people from all walks of life. So it's also a platform for social integration where class and social standing doesn't matter. Because once we jump on our bikes, we are all one. We seek to protect each other, and that's the way it is. So beyond that as well, we are committed to promoting worthy causes, which means that charity is one of the primary objectives of the Gladiator Cycling Club, and we've been doing that for quite some time. Now it's been formatted and evolved into a number of initiatives, which we have. We have the GBB, which is the Ghana by Bike initiative, and which that we seek to promote cultural tourism, because these are essentially long rides. We've had our first one was from Sugakope to Mole. I think the second one was from Mampon to Boku. And so through that, we get the opportunity to also invite other cyclists outside Ghana to come and share with us the experience of the cultural diversity. Then we have also LAMISI. LAMISI, which stands for Last Mile to School Initiative. And this was an idea that popped up when we were cycling on our way to Tamale. And essentially what we did on our GBB, because we realized that the mantra is that free education. But then our view is that free education is meaningless if you don't have access to the educational institutions. Without that, free education can be free, but if the kids can't even have a way to get to the educational institutions, then the free education has no meaning at all. So what we did on our GBB was to develop a relationship with the District of Toulon, and then we worked with the Ministry of Education and the district officials to identify a particular problem, which was that most of the kids have to walk a very long distance before they get to school. Some were even walking 36 kilometers, which was 18 kilometers one way. So we developed a scheme in collaboration with the ministry, and then we drew up a scheme by which those who travel the longest distance were going to be beneficiaries of bicycles. So we did that. We've given bicycles out to these kids, and interestingly now, most recently, some of them have been able to pass very successfully and are up at the SSS level, and we've also managed to provide some form of support for them. So that has evolved now into LAMISI, and as I said, LAMISI is a Last Mile to School initiative, and with that, we are seeking to institutionalize some of the aspects of the GBB, which is that now anything, when you talk about last mile, just like how in telecom, you talk about the last mile. So when you talk about last mile to school initiative, we mean that any support at all that we can give to disadvantaged and underprivileged students that will enable them to have access to education. So in doing that, if it's bicycles that we have to give to enable them to have a means of transportation to school, we do that. We also have a relationship with the Jamestown Sacred Heart Technical Institute in Jamestown, and we are working with them. They haven't had water for almost about 10 years. We managed to raise funds. We provide them with water. We are working with them as well to find ways in which we can raise funding to provide furniture. You have a school of 600 students, but the furniture is available for only about 300 of them. So these are some of the things that we are doing. We also have the Diva Initiative, which is also to promote and increase female participation in cycling, because we all are aware of some of the challenges we face today. In hard times, economic hardships brings impatience and irritation. So you can expect our drivers too on the roads to be very impatient, and that has also increased the risk of riding. So the University of Ghana campus has become a safe haven for cyclists because the risk of vehicular interaction is very low. So the activities of the Diva Initiative have been focused mainly on campus. So for all who haven't been on the bicycle before, who seek to do that, that creates an opportunity for you to be able to experience the benefits of cycling. Now come to Osagyefo criteria. I'm sure we all know who Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah is and what his primary focus as a leader was, which was to promote the integration and unity of Africa into one effective economic and political unit. So what we are seeking to do is also to promote unity through sports. And if you know Osagyefo and you know the history of Osagyefo and the way he was committed to using sports as a political interaction, you will note that even in Ghana, we won the African Cup twice when Osagyefo was the president of Ghana, 1963 and 1965. And there are other accounts of steps that he took to contribute to the establishment of the CAF and all other institutions that are committed to promoting soccer in Africa. You also would know that even during that time, Osagyefo was committed not only to using sports to promote unity in Africa, but then Ghana was also a haven for all freedom fighters and political commentators who were committed to the freedom and committed to the colonial struggle at the time. Muhammad Ali visited Ghana in the early 60s. I'm sure you've seen pictures of that. So these are all indications of Osagyefo's effort to try to promote African unity. Now today we are talking about the African free trade, and all other initiatives that are even happening today are all geared towards promoting African unity. So for us, the criterium is one way in which we can also keep the dream of Osagyefo alive by using cycling, which is a form of sporting activity, to promote unity and to bring cyclists from all over Africa to share the common ideal of all we being one people from one cultural root. So we are hoping that as the years come by, we'll have increased participation from other federations in Africa. This is our second annual event, and we have no doubt that as the years continue to pass by, activities and participation will increase. So this, in a nutshell, is what we stand for as a group. I mean, fitness through cycling as a form of recreation, social integration by bringing together people from all walks of life, from low to high, where we all feel one, feel good, we share the same ideas, we laugh and cry together. And of course, we also spoke about the Diva Initiative, which is to promote increased participation for female to riders, and then of course Osagyefo. So this is what the gladiators stand for. And of course, we also have our annual GBI event, which takes us to Europe every year. We just got back a few weeks ago after riding almost 900 kilometers over 7 days from Denmark through Sweden, Poland, and eventually finished in Berlin in Germany on June 18th. And we engage in this activity also to raise funds to support some of the charities, the charitable activities that we are engaged here in Ghana. And so this is who we are. And we are here today to take our game to the next level. So I'll thank you all for coming here today to share with us the ideals of Osagyefo, the commitment to African unity in whatever way it may come, through economic integration, through political unity, and of course, in this instance, we are also using sports to achieve that agenda.
Next, I would like to invite someone who's very dear to the Gladiator organization, because he's a representative of our authority as cyclists, right? He is in the capacity of the technical director at the Ghana Cycling Federation, and so we invite him, Mr. Shaban, to come and also give a few words.
Thank you very much for this great opportunity, I would say, because Mr. Kojo Graham, I've done a lot for cycling, even behind. Before I give my words, I just want to thank you for what you have done with the national team when the national team was rounded in the national African Championship in Morocco. And there's a surprise from your end of £1,000 to, pushing the accommodation of the Cycling Federation. So first of all, you forgot, but today I'm thank you very much. Gladiators affiliated with the Ghana Cycling Federation just a few years ago. And last year's event is the one they organized, which the Cycling Federation is part of it. It's one of the best events ever in Cycling Federation. Being a baby, I called gladiators like Jesus. He was born miraculously, he's living miraculously. Because they joined the federation and came out with this program. And the program, like I said, is one of the best. You can see the organization excellent. You can see the technicalities excellent. Medical, excellent, security, prices, everything. So kudos to gladiators. And you have made a lot of initiatives, which I'm proud to be a Ghanaian. I was in the African Championship, track championship in Nigeria. And the South African told me that your event that we have seen on Facebook and other areas is not only for Ghanaians, it's for Africa. So they want us to tell gladiators it should be African event, not for Ghana. So I'm passing this message to gladiators because all of them want to be part of this event, which I told them, yes, we are going to send an invitation to them to come on board. So thank you very much for doing that again. And you have had a lot of value to the Ghana Cycling Federation and Ghana at large. So I would like to only plead with you, if it's possible. The one-day event is too short. If you can increase to 3 days event, and maybe starting from Accra and sit at the founders or Osagyefo's hometown, or start from Osagyefo's hometown and end sit here in Accra. I believe this can also sell big because most of the guys would like to come in Ghana, where is Kwame Nkrumah born? They want to know that. And also the Kwame Nkrumah Museum, if it's possible. Although it's a Osagyefo event that we are organizing, we are not doing politics here, but I would believe maybe before we start the event, we can pass by as a demonstration or publicity before we can start this event. So this is all what I want to say. And I would like to salute gladiators and salute all the guys, Charles, baby in the technical, Bernard is in the university. And we are welcoming. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shaban.